Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make a basic damage system for your project. So what I'm going to be showing you is how to create a damage system for your project that allows you to send damage through a node to an actor or an enemy and apply that damage. So the way you go about this is fairly simple, and luckily Unreal Engine actually has one built in for you. So if we open up just the third person character, this is just a normal template. We can simply search for apply damage. This node, so we have two nodes, we have apply damage and event any damage. So these two nodes essentially work in tandem with each other. One of them, as you can see, is an event here, and the other one is essentially a caller function, like one where you send input through. So how would we go about using this? Well, if we wanted to go and damage another actor, we want to damage ourselves, we want to send that damage through using this node here. So let's go about doing that. So for this instance, I'm just going to quickly say, if we just get a quick key up, get the left mouse button, so whenever we mouse click we're going to be applying damage. But we need to set up some other stuff, so who we send the damage to, what the base damage is, and stuff like that. The way you can think about it is this is sort of like it's essentially an interface or a call. It's basically shooting out this damage event to any actor that currently has the event on it, and it will apply that damage to it. So it's a really nice system to just get used to, get in your game and just get playing around with. So we'll take a look. So the damaged actor is basically the actor that we want to apply damage to. So in this case, currently, if we load into the map, as you can see, we don't have anything we can really apply damage to. So let's just quickly make that now. So we'll make a basic AI. So make a quick AI, and we'll give it a skeleton, like so. Bring him down, and we'll just give him an animation. Drag him into the level, spin him round, and as you can see, we will now have our AI to damage. This is the man we want to essentially damage, your AI class. So the way we go about doing that is add in event any damage. Now whenever any damage is called, this event will fire. What we want to set up is so the damage incoming will be minusing off the health. The damage type, the instigator and damage cause aren't needed for now, so we can leave that out. We can just focus on the damage. So what we'll do is make a health float. What we'll say is we'll set it at 50. And when damage comes in, we're going to minus this off the current health and set it as our new health. We'll print string to that. Okay. And we can also do is if we set this to be health be green, this damage causer, if we actually get a print string and we can print the damage causer, if we can show that off as well. Just a bit of messy code, but it's fine for this demonstration. So let's jump in and left click. Nothing's happening. Why is that? Well, whilst we have set up the damage event for our NPC, we actually haven't passed any damage input through from our character, the person who's going to be damaging or doing the event, which could be shooting or melee weapons. So now we'll go ahead and set that up. So we have our left click here, and we want to pass through our damage. Here, this base damage is the amount you'll be sending through as damage. So what we can do is promote this through to a variable, damage, and we can just say, in fact we'll get, instead of doing that, we'll get a random range float, So anywhere between 5 and 10. So now whenever we do damage, we'll do anywhere between 5 and 10. And the damage causer, well, we can put that as our self, because our self will be doing the damage. But as you can still see, we need this damage actor, because currently whilst we're shooting this out, it's not being picked up by anything, it's just shooting out but not specifically at a target. So how might we fill out this damage actor? Well, what we can simply do is when we left click, we can get all actors of class, type in our NPC class, which we has BP underscore, and we've called it, I'll just quickly find out what we've called it. Damage test, so BP damage test, and we can go for each loop, and we'll give it a break so it only does it once for the first AI it finds. We can plug that in to all of our actors with this. Down here, and from that we can plug that into the break. Like so. So what's this doing? Well, on our left click, we're getting all the actors of damage test. We're sending it, we're putting them in an array, and then for each of them, we're damaging that actor with this damage amount and sending it to ourselves. So let's try this out now. So if I left click, as you can see, we've minus damage and we've got the actor who's doing it, which is ourselves. Okay, so that's just one way of setting up the supply damage to our NPC. Now you can, if you wanted to, if you specifically had them already spawned in or of a type, you could hard code it in here. Sorry, call this NPC type. And do it that way. However, I personally wouldn't recommend it, because you could have multiple AI or a different type of one in, and this event therefore wouldn't fire. Instead, I would just go for a simple solution of getting all the actors and send it that way. Now what you might find is you have a projectile weapon, or your weapon has a collision sphere. Now let's quickly make one on here. We'll just make it bigger, and we'll make it in game. Now here's another method of doing it. So we can do on hit, or we can do overlap. It doesn't particularly matter. I'll just show it on overlap for now. So instead of using a get all actors of class, we could actually unplug all of this. And if you were to use a sphere collision, or any collision, you could just plug in here, and the damaged actor is going to be the other actor. And what this does, which is quite nice, is essentially, sorry, I just need to delete that. What this does, which is quite nice, is it only damages the actor that's essentially within your clear's vision. Whilst you want some more code to check if it's valid and stuff like that, simply put another damaged actor into this overlapped actor. So as we can see, currently nothing's within our collision sphere, which is an AI or any actor. But if we walk over here, as you can see, every time we walk over it, we are damaging the actor. Obviously this is an ideal way of having it set up, but it's good to just get you showing that it's a way of working the Unreal Engine's event damage into your game quite nicely. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more basic beginner tutorials. See ya!